Assalamu alaikum. Dear viewers and the students who are listening to me or viewing me from different corners of this area. Last class I have taken about prefix and suffix. So my dear students or honorable viewers, today I feel the emergency of taking class about verb. You know, my dear student, that all the words or English especially depend mostly 50 or 60% with knowing so much knowledge over verbs, because each and every sentence have vastly use of verb. So dear learners, we use some words or some sentences which don't have a proper use of verb. That's very little bit. You can see no more today. My best compliments. My best compliments to you. Much more today. Or nothing more for the time being. That very sentences has no use of verb. Otherwise, or that very minimum sentence, without that very minimum sentences, we have to use verb in each and every sentences. So my dear students, I feel the necessity of learning verb very much for this reason. That's why I want to share my ideas, views about verb with my dear students. You see, I haven't mentioned which class I have conducted just now. It can be because verb is necessary for class 6 to 10 or then also. That's why I didn't mention in which class is suit for. Now I just give a vivid idea regarding verb. My dear students, we have to know a structure of verb to know or to get a good knowledge over verb. So this very verb comes from the Latin word. This verb is originated from the Latin word verbum. Do you understand, my dear students? J.S. Nesfield one of the greatest linguistics and scholar of these very languages, has described verb as say something about person or objects is called verb. Dear students, if we want to say something more about verb, we can say verb is an action word. That means each and every verb has an action. When we use, we sleep, we walk, we eat, we feed. Every sentence has a verb. So we can say verb is an action word. So dear students, I would like to give a structure of verb in this moment. Primarily, verb is divided into two kinds. One is finite verb or finite verb, and another is non-finite or non-finite verbs. Okay, finite verb refers to complete the sense. Finite verb refers to complete the sense. But it didn't change. The verb cannot be changed. For example, I can say I want to do it. Here it is finite verb. When we write he wants to do it, and when we write they wanted to do it. See, dear students, here it's first person singular number, it is third person singular number, it is past tense. That's why according to tense, person and number, this very verb has been changed. Okay, because of person, number and tense, this very verb has been changed. That's why it is finite verb. Okay, dear students, now we can see non-finite verb. Non-finite verb has three kinds or three types. That is gerund, participle, and then infinitives. Okay, dear students, I would like a description about gerund, participle and infinitives just now. If you want to discuss about gerund, I would like to make it brief to describe it, or make it easier to describe it. Dear students, I can say that walking is a good exercise. Here we can say work and verb. With work, ing has been included. Okay, dear students, you see, work is a verb, verb plus ing, and it perform the rules of noun, that is called gerund. Dear students, please notice it. Work is a verb, and when adding with ing and function as noun, that is called gerund. I would like to give another example. Write is a verb. Okay, when I added ing with it, writing makes a man perfect. Writing makes a man perfect. Dear viewers, here write is a verb when adding with ing and play the rule of noun, that is called gerund. Next, I will discuss about participle. Before going participle, I would give a diagram. Dear students, when verb, when that very gerund play the meaning of double participle speech, that means it play the rules of verb as well as noun. On the other hand, when I discuss about, that means these things are participle, and this verb and noun are gerund. Both are play as a double parts of speech. Okay, so dear students, I hope you can understand the gerund properly. That's now I would like to go to discuss about participle. Dear students, before when I discuss about gerund, I have told that verb plus ing and play the rule of noun, functionally play the rule of noun, that is called gerund. And when I discuss about participle, I would like to say about participle like that. Verb plus ing equal play the rule of adjective. Verb plus ing play the rule of adjective, that is called participle. Okay, now my dear students, I will give the idea of participle to you. I saw a flying bird in the sky. Dear students, I saw a flying bird in the sky. It play the rule of, here we see, I saw a flying bird in the sky. Here it is an adjective because it gives a vivid idea, a vivid description about the position of that very noun. That means it is see, when we see the bird, it is flying. It is the state of that very noun or of that very bird. That's why it plays the rule of adjective. Verb plus ing equal adjective. That means when we use verb with ing and play the role of adjective. That is called participle. Okay? I hope you can understand. Dear students, and if I say I saw a broken car, you may say it is why we use that very things. Here I don't see ing, but it plays the role of participle. So my dear students, for your better understanding, I would like to classify that very participle in three kinds. That is present participle, past participle, finally past perfect participle. Past perfect participle. Dear student, this is present participle, this is present participle, and this is past participle. This is past participle. Now I will see, you will see past participle. Past participle means it is broke. Sorry. It is a performed work. It is a performed work, or it is a completed work. It is also a past participle. Okay, so my dear students, now my time is limited, that's why I just give how many kinds of infinitives. Next class I will elaborately discuss about infinitives, but now I just say there are 5 kinds of infinitives. These are noun infinitives or simple infinitives, gerundial infinitives, bare infinitives, split infinitives, and perfect infinitives. There are 5 kinds of infinitives. When I get times or when I get opportunity, next time I will discuss about infinitives, dear students. So you have to understand the emergency of knowing verb. So my dear student, I request honestly to learn about verb as far as possible, because verb helps you in each and every segments of grammar and free handwriting. So my dear students, I request all of you to be conscious about learning verb clearly. Next time I will discuss about infinitives, and there is another structure of finite verb. Then in next class I will discuss it about finite verb and infinitives. So my dear students, that's all everything. I again thanks the authorities who are giving such type of scopes for discussing about different topics of our syllabus and curriculum. Thanks everybody for joining with us.